Hi, so thanks for joining us today. So for today's class, we're going to go through some real abdominal exercises and a little bit of endurance those abdominals as well. So hope you enjoy the class and we'll get started. So we're just starting in sitting, just have a little warm up to begin with. Just make sure that weight's going nice and evenly down through those sitting bones. We're sitting up nice and tall, our ribs are nice and soft, and those collarbones are sitting wide, that neck is long. Lovely. Okay, so just elbows into your side. We're going to start with a few chest openings. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to open those hands out, squeeze those shoulder blades gently back, and then coming back to that centre. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, opening out. Breathe in, folding back. Good. And again, opening out as you breathe out, squeezing the shoulder blades gently back, and coming back in. Good. Keeping that neck nice and long as you're opening out and coming back in. Good. And again, opening out, squeezing gently back and forwards. And again, opening out, squeezing gently back, and then forwards. Good. And again, opening out and then back. Good. And again. Now on this next one, we're going to open those hands out and then we'll reach those hands away into this Cleopatra movement. Turn our palms down, palms back up and folding back in. Good. And again, opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up, and then folding back. Good. And again, opening out, reaching away, keeping those ribs soft, that neck long, folding back. Good. And again, opening up, reaching away, palms down, palms up, folding back in. Lovely. We'll just do one more here. Opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up, and then folding back in. Lovely. And then just relax those shoulders back down. Good. Then we're going to stay in sitting. I'm going to come round to the side, just so you can see me a little bit better. So sitting, having those feet just so they're about that hip width distance apart. Our knees are bent up here. And to start with, we're going to do a few little pelvic tilts. So just a really small movement. Imagine that bucket of water sitting here. We're going to tilt that water back, out the back, and then tipping that forwards. And again, tipping it back, and then tipping it forward. Just want you to think about where that midpoint is between those two movements now. So that pelvis is sitting in that nice neutral position. Now I'm really lengthened up through my spine, so that neck's nice and long and lifted. And I'm going to bring my hands up to that shoulder height from here. Okay, we're going to do a few roll backs. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're just going to dip that posteriorly tilting, just coming halfway back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lifting back up. Good. Breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, rolling back. And peeling back forwards. Good. So really just rolling back just as far as you feel you can control through those abdominals. And then coming back. If they're feeling a bit shaky, just go that little way and then restack. So it's all about that control we're looking for. So hold nice and slowly and then restacking through that spine, lifting back up into that neutral pelvis. Good. Dropping down. Good. And breathing as you come back up. Good. Restacking through that spine. Now, if that's getting a little bit easier, we can go a little bit lower. So we're dropping down into a kind of teaser movement if you can. Bring those arms above your head and then slowly restacking again, back up into sitting. Good. So just go halfway down if that feels enough, but if you want to challenge it a little bit more, we can roll back down onto the floor and then restacking again, lifting back up nice and tall. Bring your arms above your head if you can and floating down. Those hands up to that ceiling, breath in as you breathe out. Restacking back up. Very good. We'll just do a few more here. So just dropping down if you can all the way, but if that feels too much, just come halfway down and lifting back up. Good. And again, controlling that movement if you can and slowly restacking back up into sitting. Good. Dropping down. Lovely. And then restacking. Right, let's just do one more here. So keeping that control. Really, those abdominals are working hard to control this movement as you're sitting back up and then restacking back from here. Very good. So float those hands back to that shoulder height position. We're going to work through our sides a little bit into our oblique movement now. So breath in again. As you breathe out, we're going to just roll back, opening out that arm. Breath in. As you breathe out, folding back. And again, alternate sides, so opposite side now, opening out and then coming back to that centre. Good, so just dropping down, really working those abdominals again, but this time we're also challenging those obliques by adding that sideways movement. So dropping down and then coming back up. Good. Good. Opening out and restacking. Good. Dropping down and restacking. Very good. And restacking back up. Very good. And opening out and restacking back up. Lovely. Just do last few here. Opening out. Good. Restacking and dropping down. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Opening out through your back and opposite arm and back to that centre, and then relax those arms back down. Very good. Now we're going to do a movement now. We're going to have our legs down in front of us and have our hands just down, just slightly behind our shoulders here. So the palms are on the floor, but the fingers are just pointing away from us. Okay. So we're going to come up into a leg pull into supine now. So keeping that core engaged, my chin just stay tucked in, okay? Collarbone still wide. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're just going to lift up through that bottom. Breath in here. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. Okay, and again, breath in. As we breathe out, lifting up. Keeping that chin tucked in. Breath in. As you breathe out, dropping down. So really when I say chin tucked in, keep that neck long. So breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up through, keeping my neck long. Breath in. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. Now on this next one, I'm going to lift up. If you can, we're going to slide one leg up, sliding down, and slide the other leg. Back down, and lower. Very good. That feels too much, just stick to your lift and lower. Okay, so breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Sliding one leg, sliding the other leg, and then lowering down. Very good. Breath in again here. So either sticking there at that level, or if you want to, we can lift up, raise one leg, then the opposite leg, keeping that pelvis level, and then lower back down together. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Now either just staying here, or bend the knee, or with it straight lifting up. So just pick what level is suitable and comfortable for you. Keeping that long, those collarbones still wide. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Lifting and lowering. Breath in to hold. And breathe out as you lower down. Well done. Let's just do last couple here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Raising the leg if you can, or bending that leg. Breath in and lower. Very good. One last time. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Very good. Reaching up with that leg if you can. Opposite leg. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Bend those knees back up. Bring those arms around. Fantastic. Right, so we're going to come down and just have a nice stretch out onto our back. So just rolling down onto the mat. And let's bring those knees in one at a time and have a nice hug in towards your chest. So breathing in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch. That little bit further if you can. Just holding this stretch here. Very good. Breathing in and out. Just relaxing down through that spine. Well done. And out. Good. And then we're just going to lower those legs back down one at a time, coming back to that start. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart. Make sure we're starting that neutral position. So again, we're just going to tilt that pelvis forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in a nice neutral position. That core is gently engaged. Those collarbones are nice and wide and those ribs are soft. That neck is nice and long. Okay, so relaxing those arms down by your side, we're going to go into a bridge from here. So make sure your feet are tucked up towards your bottom. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, use those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. As you breathe out, we're just going to slowly walk that spine back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, using those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. As you breathe out, slowly walk that spine down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. As you breathe out, slowly peeling and walking that spine back down. Good. Now either staying here at this level, or if you can, we're going to lift up into this bridge, keeping this pelvis nice and level. We're going to lengthen one leg away, come back down, then the opposite leg, breath in. As you breathe out, peel that spine back down from here. Now, if you are getting any cramp in your hamstrings, make sure you keep those feet tucked up towards your bottom just to stop that. Okay, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up through, raising that bottom, keeping that nice and level. Lengthen the leg away if you can. Opposite leg. Breath in. As you breathe out, peeling back down. But just do that if that feels comfortable. If that's too much, then just go back to just lifting and lowering from here. But all the while, if you add that leg, don't let that bottom drop. You're trying to keep this pelvis nice and level, okay? Breath in again. As you breathe out, tilting that pelvis back. Use those bottom muscles to help you. Lengthen the leg if you can, keeping that pelvis level. Good. And then lowering back down. Well done. And again, tilting back, lifting up, stretching the leg, opposite leg, and then slowly peeling back down. Very good. Let's just do one more here. Breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis, lifting up. Use those bottom muscles, keeping that pelvis level. Lengthen the leg, and the opposite leg, and then slowly peeling back down onto the mat. Very good. And coming back to that start position. Okay, so we're going to challenge our abdominals a little bit more now into a crisscross movement. So just to start with, we're going to float both legs up this double tabletop position. So we can keep those knees glued together because we're going to hold these position here. That core still engaged, those ribs are soft. So just put my hands behind my head to support my neck here. I'm just going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to lift up my head and bringing my shoulder blade over to my opposite knee and then slowly lowering back down. Good. Then the opposite leg, lifting to that opposite knee and then back down. Opposite shoulder blade, I should say, sorry. So lifting that shoulder blade to the opposite knee and then lowering back down. So you're kind of going a slight diagonal, hence the name, a bit of a crisscross movement. So you're reaching and then back down. Good. Lovely. So still breathing in and out, not hold your breath, just doing this little abdominal movement and engaging those obliques with that side sideways, but don't twist too much. I'm just going to that opposite knee and then lowering back down. So reaching to that opposite knee and lowering. Good. Now, if you want to challenge this a little bit more, we can sort of unglue those knees. And then as I reach across to that knee, I'm going to stretch the opposite leg and then lower down together. And again, reaching to the opposite knee and then lowering down. Good. And lowering. We'll just do a few more here and then lowering. Good. Reaching and lowering. So really lifting that shoulder blade in that diagonal movement. Keep that eye line looking to those knees so you're not getting that excessive twisting movement. Good. Let's do a few more here. Keeping that control. Well done. Let's do one more each side. And the opposite side. Coming back to that centre. Bring those hands down by your side, well done. And then lower those legs one at a time back to that start. Very good. Okay, so we're going to stretch out now through that rotation movement. So arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop these over to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side if you can, just opening out through that spine. Breath in, as you breathe out, bring those knees back to that centre. Good. Dropping over, looking to that opposite way if you can, and then slowly bring those knees back to that centre. Really use that tummy control to help bring those knees back into that centre position. Good. And again, dropping over, slowly coming back to that centre. Good. And again, dropping those knees over, using those toe muscles, coming back up into that centre. Good. And again, dropping over, using those toe muscles, slowly back up into that centre. Good. Now, I could just keep these feet on the floor, just enjoying that opening out movement. If you want to challenge it further, we can bring our legs up into tabletop, dropping over, and then use those toe muscles to come back. So a little bit more abdominal control here to bring those legs, still keeping that control when you're adding that lift in if you want to. So just do what's comfortable for you. Opening out, dropping over, back to that centre. Good. Well done. Lifting back up, opening out. Well done. Dropping over. Coming back to that centre. Well done. And then back up. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Dropping over. Coming back to that centre. Last time. And then back to the centre. Well done. Bring those arms down by your side, and then just slowly, one at a time, lower those legs back down. Very good. Okay, so let's stretch out these bottom muscles now. So we're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. Then we're going to hold this stretch. So breathing in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch that little bit further if you can. Holding that stretch. So breathing in and out, sinking down if you can. So no tension through that upper body. Nice and relaxed through here, just supporting that leg with your arm. If you want to increase that stretch further, just drop to that side you're holding slightly. You can just increase that a little bit if you want to there. So breathing in and out. On that out breath, just sink down that little bit further if you can. Holding this stretch. Well done. Good. And one last breath in and out. And then we're going to lower that leg back down. Well done. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So breathing in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just a little bit further if you can. Holding this stretch here. Good. Again, if you want to increase that stretch further, then you can just drop to that side you're holding slightly and increase that a little bit from here. Good. Breathing in and out. Well done. And one more breath in and out here. And then just lowering that leg back down. Okay, so we're just going to stretch out our hamstrings now. So knee up to the ceiling. Going to lengthen through the back of the leg, feeling that stretch through the back here. And we're holding this stretch. So just lengthening through the back of the leg. You can use your hands just to support that leg in this position. Again, just breathing out gently as you're lengthening through, just holding that stretch. That stretch often eases after about 10 seconds of that hold. Breathing in and out here. Good. And then we're just going to fold that leg back down. We do the same on the opposite side. So knee up to the ceiling, lengthen through, toes pointing up to the ceiling, holding this stretch here, just lengthening through the back of that leg. Breathing in and out. As you breathe out, just relax down into that stretch. No tension through that upper body, shoulders relaxed. Breathing in and out here. Good. And one more breath in and out. And then just folding that leg back down. Well done. So we're going to come round now up into sitting, just to finish off. So just back into this seated position. Again, that weight's going nice and evenly down through those sitting bones. We're just going to do a nice little side stretch from here. So breath in. As you breathe out, we're just going to reach over into that mermaid stretch. Breath in here. As you breathe out, lifting back up and over. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reaching over. Breath in here. As you breathe out, back up into that centre. Good. Same on the opposite side. So dropping that arm down, reaching over. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, back up and over. Good. And again, reaching over. Breath in here. As you breathe out, back up and over. Lovely. And just relaxing those shoulders back down. Okay, we're just going to finish with a little Y stretch. So breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach those arms up and out. And then back to that shoulder height. Good. Breath in. As you breathe out, reaching those arms, stretching through those shoulders. Breath in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Reaching open and folding back down. Good. And again, breath in and out. Good. And then folding those arms back down. Lovely. Last time, reaching over. Good. And then back down. Lovely. And float those arms down and relax those shoulders. Great. I hope you've enjoyed our short class today and hopefully see you next time.